Nice, David. Setting up the caffeine IV drip right now. Woo! Talk about ready to go. When's the virtual reality TOS platform coming out where we literally are jumping around on the candlesticks ourselves? Buy, sell. Oh my God, that's gonna be some dangerous times to have a margin account. All right, guys. Here comes Papa. Papa is getting a little crazy. So I'm down a little bit pre-market today. Oh well, not bad. I mean, I paid $24.75 to learn how pre-market is going, and it's not going that well. I mean, like, we're having a lot of stuff pulling back. I was up on U1 over $100. I was down on U1 over $100. SGLB, I was up $100 and now I'm down 60. It's just this constant, or maybe not 100, but like just a constant tug of war right now. Lot of good dip buying opportunities today. Sometimes I got a little bit too aggressive or I held a little bit too long, and that's why I'm red pre-market. So I'm going to keep in mind out pre-market was so-so, but every time we see a pre-market that's a little bit iffy, we sometimes get really nice opens. We get really, really nice gap and goes as well. So not really the worst. All right, calm down. That sounds good. I like it. Shoot me an email. We'll get in touch. We'll go to Prata Beer Garden, have a round or two. So, okay, let's see. Let's get back here. SGLB, one of our lead gappers on the day. I have a hard time with lead gappers that kind of pop up a little bit late. They tend to either, go up 100% and then literally disappear, or they keep going 200, 300, 400%, and somehow I don't time them well. So knowing that I don't trade these very well, I was a little bit careful. My first trade on it was good, wrapped up a nice profit on that one, then I gave it back, and then I gave back even some more in this area, which is a little bit unfortunate because I actually could have made some money on this last trade. SGLB, 3 million float, US Infotech, awarded contract by Mitsubishi. Sounds pretty good, but guys, pulling back here 50% from pre-market highs. That deserves a giant big red flag on my watch list. So it is what it is. We still ended yesterday up over 300 bucks. So let's see if we can kind of stabilize it here. Let's get back in the green for the day and then, go from there. I have no sort of goal on any one day. I don't have a goal where I try to make 500 bucks a day or 1,000 bucks a day. I just say, if I can trade the best I can today, and if that means no trading today, that's what it means. If it means, ending the day a little bit green because I don't see any other good opportunities, that's what it means. So it's not about, having these arbitrary goals. It's all about trading the best you can every day. So far, I've been a little bit sloppy. So let's see if I can clean it up. And then if we see good opportunities, I would like to jump on them. U1, 2 million float right here. US Broadcasting Company, there's no catalyst, and on the 18th they had an offering. So red flags, so many red flags. I can't even begin to talk about how much I don't want to trade U1. The thing is, I was in the same mindset last time when they ran up. They had a ridiculous, this is a 4-hour chart right here. They had a ridiculous run up. I had a really hard time trading U1 because I couldn't really get a feel for this ticker. But it ran from like in the dollars, low of 95 cents to $54. And this was during the big BLM protests, which are still going on more or less. And there was a shooting yesterday, Jacob Blake. I mean, that's a whole different discussion we could be having. We really want to be focusing here on the pure news. So, hopefully all the best for him. But what is this causing? I mean, it's causing more protests. It's causing a lot of BLM companies, we've been calling them, to have explosive runs. Sometimes they get more funding. That it's a little bit hard to kind of put. How is this going to affect the stocks, right? Because a lot of the news is all macro-based news, and then if there is some sort of company-specific news, it's like $600 million has become available for these companies to maybe receive some funds from. And then it's like, it's hard to judge it. So, you know, what we're looking for is typically a catalyst. There is no catalyst for UONE, and that's why it's a bit of a red flag for me. But we know UONE, you know, in the past also didn't have much of a catalyst and was able to run. So it's a little bit, you know, you don't want to miss the opportunity because, you know, it could be the main stock trading today. So you just don't really know. So I wasn't trading UONE on the way to the upside. I realized we were on the backside when we broke VWAP. I took my first dip trade on this one. So I had a nice profit on this one. I had another good dip trade around 7.5 when we were approaching big time support. I had another decent dip trade here, but I didn't take profits when I was up like 1.52%. And then all of a sudden I actually gave back almost all my profit on this trade. And I was like, oh, that was really, really silly of me. Stupid mistake, honestly. And then I bought here the pullback looking for a breakout. We eventually kind of got this breakout retest at 6.7. So I closed here at 664. So that put me back in the green. Just, you know, not seeing the follow through I was hoping for pre-market with UONE or SGLB. So, you know, big. Just be careful with that, guys. Be very careful. And then we have VIVE, 16 million float, US Med company with positive study results. Also very strong pullbacks from this one. I mean, over 40%, or this one was like 30. Hold on, let me see if I can get the exact. Yeah, 37.8. So almost 40%. Crazy strong pullbacks. We'll see what happens. UONE is still pulling back. I would like to probably buy UONE as we approach like maybe the 5.5s or something. Who knows when this is going to bounce? But 5.3 was a huge pullback zone pre-market. So anything in the 520s, 5.3 could be a nice red to green move. So I'll be looking at that with UONE, VIVE. I don't know. I typically don't trade sub dollars. I haven't traded this one yet. I don't know what we're going to do today. We'll see. I'm just going to be, I'm just going to see what happens, you know, keep an open mind and then get aggressive when I see the right entry. And if I don't see the good setup, then I'm just going to be very pause off. But let's see what happens. Shrikant, I just saw your comment. Wish I didn't trade SGLB. First big loss. Where was the problem? Where was the hiccup? Because I totally feel you, man. When I was trading SGLB, I constantly, you know, here I was looking for a pullback. I got totally, I luckily cut losses quickly. But you know, that sell-off was so strong here. Yeah, even the bounce was weak, and then this absolute wicked flush. So this was a tough one to trade because if you didn't get out quick enough or you didn't take the, you know, tiny profits quick enough, then this thing flushes hard. This move to the upside, I know somebody in the chat room got it, so congrats on that. 200% rally, so really nice. But the backside of these small caps, you got to be careful. They can be great to scalp, but they're so sketchy. Hopefully Shrikant, you can recover from it quickly, man. Wow, Ryan, that's crazy. Just read that 4 blocks away from your condo. What do I think about Sorrento? I'm not totally sure. SHLL, you guys love that ticker. Yeah, so far I'm not blown away, but like I said, you know, once the market opens, or maybe even, you know, a couple minutes leading up to the market, sometimes we get some really, really nice plays. I gotta say, I'm also a little bit on edge right now because I've had to restart my TOS app twice now. That's really sketchy. I got the error message with the JavaScript code, yada, yada. And the only way to fix that error message is I have to close out TOS. There's a continue button. And if I get it again, I'll show you guys. I'll click the continue button. I'll show you it doesn't do anything. I tried it for like 5 minutes this morning. I was like, maybe the continue button works now, but it doesn't. So I'm really nervous about that as well. I got my phone ready to go. Again, you know, I really don't like trading on my phone. Some people love it. I despise it. I don't honestly understand how people do it. I guess I'm a little bit of a dinosaur when it comes to trading stocks. I like my desktop real estate. So I'll have the phone ready to go just in case the application closes. I'm also going to do a little bit of a small account challenge for fun on the side. I'm going to test out Weeble's desktop platform a little bit more. I put $1,000 into a margin account on Weeble. So I'm going to, that's only 3 trades a week. So pre-market, I'm going to, do my first, trades using the Weeble app. Get a feel for it for 2 weeks, see if it's even something I want to tinker with. I would probably call it more of a Weeble experiment than a small account challenge, but we'll see what happens. I'll go full size, most likely on each trade. So it's going to be not exactly nothing that I would recommend to do, let's just say. 27-year-old dinosaur, yeah. Dinosaur when it comes to phones, like I don't know, man. My regard for phones is pretty low. I love them, and there's definitely a time and place for them, but I don't think it's for trading. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but it's such a subjective opinion. Like everyone has whatever works for you. That's what I always say. Let's see. NNOX, I have not been looking at NNOX. We have VVPR kind of popping up here on the scanners as well. I'll check out NNOX, and then look at this little ticker kind of popping up here. Again, such strong sell-offs that really makes me a little bit uncomfortable. VVPR is at least in a healthy upwards trend. Okay volume today, had a big support at 3.3 roughly. I don't know. It's going to be... Yeah, I feel you, Ryan, man. Hold on. What was that? NNOX. Another 2.5 minutes here before the market opens. NanoX Imaging Ltd. Calm. They really threw in a lot of stuff in there. Recent IPO. I always say I don't trade IPOs, but I feel like with RKT and CVAC, I have actually been trading IPOs a little bit more than usual. I don't know. To be honest, I have 0 comments on this one. I would have to really, really look into it. They had an IPO, it looks like price is at 18, but it was probably oversubscribed, so they actually opened up here at 20 something. Upsize the upsize the IPO. Yep. I don't know. It looks strong. Again, I don't know this company. I can't really comment on it. Not what I'm going to be day trading though. CRBP from David. Oh, what? Why are there no market cap? CRBP. Not sure what you're looking at here. A bit of a triple top here, finding some resistance. I'm not sure for day trading. This is not something I'd probably be looking at. Because there's not a lot of daily volume on it, so it doesn't look like anyone's really trading this one. Doesn't have a catalyst, so it could be a great swing trade. I don't know anything about this company, so I'm not going to be touching it. Markets are up right now. The SPY 0.2%. Didn't do the intro today, but I guess you guys will skip it today. Real quick reminder, guys, though, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. My trades are quick and not meant to be followed. Always know yourself while you're entering and exiting a trade. And FAQs, guys, down in the video description below. Just wanted to get that part out. And yeah, I guess I forgot the intro. Okay, so UONE, I'm looking at that on my second screen. I'm looking at VIVE over here. Some 0.8 pullback could be pretty nice. Man, oh man, we'll see what happens. SGLB. Probably not going to be looking at too much. Looks like $4 could be acting as big support. We'll see how it happens, guys. Most likely out of the gates for me, I'm going to be pretty calm. 18. So good luck, everyone. Hope the best. SHLL. We could maybe look at that in a little bit. I definitely forgot to check out that ticker. Here we go, guys. SGLB finding some support at the $4 that we were talking about. UONE pulling back really strong. Not really sure if $6 is going to crack here. Kind of doubt it, but a lot of selling momentum. Big volume so far on the daily. UONE entry at 607, small size. See if I can take some profits. Sold at 618. Whoo, my app is really laggy right now. It's too quick to switch. I just bought on the dip though. Okay, I'm out of my UONE position. Tiny move there, guys. Nothing really too interesting. Probably walked away with like 20 bucks or so. Just bought that dip. Yeah, now it's actually doing the rip I was waiting for. Sold way too quick with UONE. Yeah. Oh well, is what it is. Small size anyway, not really too interesting. SGLB, look at this little pullback here. I'm really kind of cautious with everything we're seeing. We got ALID kind of popping up on the scanners right now. And what is this nonsense? Absolutely no volume. Stop looking at it. Ooh, what was that? Gotta watch out with these no volume plays. SGLB, I'm nervous with this one because it's flushed so hard so many times. UONE, I wonder, was that a failed red to green move, or are we gonna see a pop here? It's unfortunate that I sold so soon. So yeah, I bought here at 607. I sold here at 18. That was way too sporadic of a move, but VIVE's ripping. Wait, what am I watching? Why are you guys watching all the good stuff? Barbecue. I appreciate it, although it's probably not the best thing. Okay, so yeah, wow, VIVE. Man, oh man. UONE, guys, watch out. That red to green move was a little bit slow. It might pop higher, but 5 minute has a lot of sell volume. Let's see what happens. I'm keeping an eye on UONE, but for now, I couldn't probably get myself to go long right here. Then again, I miss a lot of moves, so if you guys feel like it's the right idea, that's what's important. Always know why you're trading. $3.6, big support on SHLL. No catalyst. This one has had a huge run recently. Yeah, this could be a huge support. Let's see what happens with this ticker. Possible red to green move on SHLL. Would not be surprised. Had decent sell volume. Not the classic ticker I look for day trading though. But it looks like it has a lot of potential. Big support zone right now. Let's see if this is going for the red to green move right now. So red to green move is when the daily candle goes green on the day. Right now it's red on the day. You can see it open right here at like 37.04 roughly. So if we go over that, it's going to be a green candle. That'll be the red to green move. UONE is pulling back, guys. I knew that this ticker did not look like something I wanted to be jumping on. So first trade on it right here. I bought the dip and I just sold way too quick, which is a little bit unfortunate. UONE still pulling back. Possible entry if we crack 6. And then SLGB, surprisingly, is kind of one of the more interesting tickers right now. It's kind of weird. UONE down 12% from the open, still selling off. If you go in the 60s, I might start accumulating. $400 long, UONE. And here it goes. Error code popped up. My God, here we go. Disaster zone. All right, I gotta restart my app. Here we go. Freak. Oh boy. Hey, look, it's me. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. My God, my God, my God, my God. Oh, TUS, why do you do these things to us? Why? Why do you do these things? All right, this is why I have my phone on standby. UONE is halted down so bad. This is not looking good, guys. Nope, Michael, like I said all last week, man, we're looking for other apps, but it's like it's going to take at least 2 months probably till I'm comfortable moving over my whole trading account to a new app. So I'm doing some testing right now on other platforms. It's not really something that you just kind of set up. SGLB, nice little pop here. Man, I even had one more order I wasn't able to remove on UONE, which is extra unfortunate. Although I don't even know if I was long in this order. Let me quickly check here. Yeah, I think that just stopped me out of the day, honestly. This is a little bit unfortunate. So UONE bought here at 67, 67, 67. It looks like 68 as well. Okay, I don't see that second order that I was talking about. So this not as bad as I was hoping for. It is a starter position size, so that's good. Don't see any offering news either, so that's good. We're actually down. You know what? I was already so skeptical with UONE pre-market. I'm not even really sure why I went so. Whatever. We'll see what happens. Let's check out what else is going on here. This is why you guys never go, go oversize on any one trade. I'm doing like half the size on UONE right now. So worst case scenario, if there's an offering, if this disappears, if the company gets delisted, we're only risking the position size max, which I highly doubt. Worst case, we'll see like a 50% dip, which, would still be horrible. But again, small position size. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Yeah, I bought the possible red to green move, the second dip on UONE, Corey. VIVE looks like it opened up from the halt and then went right into a secondary halt. Yeah, I should have been more cautious today when I didn't like any of the performance, but sometimes, when the tickers are looking really, really rough, you get some really nice opens, some really nice reversals, some really nice red to green moves. It just wasn't the case today, so yeah, that's how it goes, guys. With trading, you can't be right always, and you just gotta sometimes accept the ones that don't go right. Quest trade platform is super broken today. Interesting. UONE's going to open up most likely at 42. I don't see any news on UONE, so I think this sell-off is a little bit unwarranted, but it's hard to say for sure. So 42 is, this is going to be a heck of an open. VIVE is going to open here at 44. So I guess we'll watch UONE first and kind of go from there. Oh boy, here we go. Coming out of the halt right now with UONE, 400 shares long at 567. Let's see what's going on here. Pulling higher. Good, actually. Don't see any news. This thing really shouldn't be selling off so much after that dump from pre-market highs. Have my order ready to go here if we keep dumping. See what happens. Don't really want to go under the 40s. Have a stop here at 41. Taken out 200 shares. Have a stop here at 34. Oops, that was supposed to be a stop. Looks like I actually got executed there at 42. Have another stop here at 32. Mental stop. Move the mental stop up. Have a stop now at 32. I'm out at 32, 33. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be, so I'm pretty happy with that one. I mean, yeah, it was a loss, but it wasn't actually that bad of a loss, so it's what it is. This was actually a pretty basic loss. It was basically down 20-30 cents a share, which is like 5%, less than 5%, so totally acceptable. Play with fire, you get burned sometimes, and UONE was looking a little bit iffy. I probably should have left my stop just at 32, but I probably would have got stopped out anyway. I think if UONE reverses, it's going to have like a 10% candle or so, which is going to be painful to watch, which I feel like is going to happen. Oh, here it goes. Not my day, not my day. I think I'm down like 200 bucks right now. Oh, let's see. Is this real? Are these stats real right now? I'm only down 111 bucks. It's actually not too bad. Okay. It's not bad at all. It's actually pretty good. Nice. Okay, so we avoided a catastrophe. I'm feeling good. I still don't really like what we're seeing, so I'm gonna, keep taking things pretty chill here. UONE has the potential for a slap daddy good freaking move above the 9-minute EMA. Oh, it's so tough because, this is a classic ticker I would love to be trading right now in terms of support we're seeing, but I just about lost a lot of my faith in the platform on TOS and on UONE on that really aggressive sell-off. So we'll see what we're going to do here. Woo-wee! What a morning. There's the move higher too. Oh. Yeah, painful, but it is what it is, guys. Let's keep moving here. VIVE. 16 million float with the positive study results, US medical company. I gotta say, I'm actually kind of surprised that this one's, such the ripper that we're seeing here. I mean, it is one of the lead gappers for the day, but really strong sell-offs on this one. SGLB really has the most dollar volume on the day, 3 million float, awarded contract by Mitsubishi. I think this one has probably the most tangible trading behind it, but those flushes we saw pre-market on this one were just really mean. We also have huge resistance here at 5. Didn't really have time to talk about this pre-market. Yeah, UONE, that could have actually been a green trade, but you just don't know, and you got to manage your risk. Ultimately, that's the most important part of trading. Everything else is secondary. TOS is very laggy for me. That's my 3rd time I had to restart TOS today, which is pretty annoying because I feel like every time I restart TOS, I totally get out of my flow, which is... Yeah, Constantine and Corey, man, I totally feel you guys on that. Again, I'm actually trying out their demo platform, so I'm, for now we got to stick with TOS because like I gotta move money around and all that stuff. It just takes time. Laptop search is going well, but I probably won't buy a laptop until November because I'm gonna go all in on Black Friday deals and just go crazy. DAS Traders also on my list of platforms I'm looking at. Who's your broker on DAS Trader? Because DAS Trader's just a platform. Tuke, I think for a free platform, web-based, you might be right, but I don't know across the board. That might be a very ambitious statement. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. It's just a platform. I don't know, Lee. At the moment, doesn't seem like it. UONE still selling off. I mean, it was good that we cut our losses. We could have probably got out at a better price, but you just don't know. SGLB also selling off. Don't really see anything that I want to be jumping on right now. Better to just honestly keep the pause away from the clicker. I'm doing a Webull test right now for the next like 3 to 4 weeks. I'm going to be using it with a margin account pre-market, doing some trades on it to get a feel for their order book and stuff like that. And then I'm going to make a full Webull review video based on my experience with Webull. Right now, I think they're probably one of the better web-based platforms. I'm not a huge fan of their desktop from what I've experienced off the back, but we'll see. We'll see. I think I just got to play around with it for a few weeks before I can honestly give any real feedback. Yeah, I'm actually interested to see that myself. Everything is a little bit suspicious today, guys. Okay, SGLB coming back here at 4. I don't like the fact that the shoulder right here never reached the shoulder over here. This is always a very bearish sign. I'd be very careful, guys, with SGLB. I don't see myself buying it yet, although there could be a really good dip by opportunity here at 4, looking for a 9 EMA retest. That could be about 10% upside. This is actually probably a better risk reward trade, because if we do dip, you could probably get out at like 380. So you're probably risking 20 cents to make 50 cents or so, or maybe even 40 cents. So it could be a good risk reward right here, SGLB. I do use Webull on the website sometimes, but I'm going to be using it on the desktop specifically for testing the margin account. I typically don't trade former gappers until they're new gappers, Sungjun. So, oh, there it goes, SGLB. You know, I should have, could have, would have done that dip. That was probably one of the better looking trades of the day. MIST, I'll keep that in mind. Right now, I'm not seeing that as a elite gapper though. Yeah, I could have, should have, would have on SGLB on that $4 dip. Trade is over now. I don't see why I would trade MIST. There's no volume here. Very lightly traded. Doesn't look like there's a catalyst either. Could be a good swing trade. I don't know. Ooh, UONE is still selling off like an absolutely ferocious ticker. VIVE, I really don't like these tickers that get halted this much. I tend to have a hard time trading them, so I'm not totally sure what I'd want to be doing here on UONE. I mean, VIVE, I find a lot of risk on this one. SGLB is probably the most interesting ticker, so I'm going to keep an eye on this one. UONE, if we start approaching $4, I might actually do another attempt trade on this one, but I don't know if that's foolish or not. Well, I'll think about it. There's not a lot of good stuff to trade today. SGLB is the #1 small cap lead gapper, 150 million float, followed by UONE at 50 million dollar volume, not float. So 150 million dollar volume, followed by UONE with 50 million dollar volume. SGLB up 75% on the day. Pulled back though over 50% from pre-market highs, making it a giant red flag. That 3 million float though does mean it has huge spikeability. That's what I like about it. Has a catalyst that sounds pretty good. Big resistance above, so big kind of warning sign with that. We would have to really be breaking here back above 4.5. We have huge 180-day moving average. I wouldn't be surprised if we had another attempt to break past VWAP pretty soon, at least before we wrap up the morning live trading. Ooh, Shrikant, happy that you got at least the second winner. Nice little bounce here off of VWAP. SGLB looks like it might crack $4 here, guys. Not seeing as clear of a setup as before. Should have jumped on that when I had the chance. Morning, Eugene. This was a good day to come in late, I think. It's been a crazy, a lot of sell-offs, a lot of flushes, a lot of halts. Just not the most beautiful Tuesday, let's just say. I'm gonna have to check that out, calm down. Bigger float. It does have a catalyst. Clinical 47 presentations announces clinical data. Yeah, okay. Big bounce off of 4. Probably bigger resistance at around 8. Bigger sell volume here, but it's clearly in an uptrend right now. UK biotech. $80 million float. Most brokers won't let you short small caps because they're hard to borrow, Aaron. That's not just Webull. That's pretty much every broker. Unless you have an account over 100K, and then you could reserve shares to borrow. Possible support on SGLB, sorry. Too many tickers. That was a lot of sell volume here on ORTX. I don't know, I'm not trading VIVE right now. I'm looking at ORTX, kind of popping up here. I think a lot of people are gonna like this one. Quick pullback. Was hoping for an entry actually just now, but I kind of let it slide by, and shame on me. $9.59. 20 cents a share. It's a bit of a slow mover, but that's okay. SGLB just had a wicked flush down to 380. I like the support that came in here. So many tickers to watch today that just aren't really that interesting. So the last big flush on SGLB was about 20% or 18%. This flush right now, we're roughly at 11%. Let's see how much lower it's going to go. I'd be a bit weary here for a secondary dip. Oh, there it goes. How low can you go? SGLB is about 55% down from pre-market highs, just absolutely wicked. And these are huge, huge numbers to be down. SGLB looks like it's gonna have a little bit of a bounce here. It went down about 60, 65 or so, 64, 63 maybe even. Yeah, ORTX is one of the more interesting ones. VIVE is a little difficult. Big support here at 7. Starter size at 702. Let's see if we can get an entry. $10.02 right now. Looking for ORTX for a break past the former highs. I think this is a bit more of a 5-minute setup, but you never know. Bigger support at 7. Really solid volume we're seeing on this one overall. Looks like I didn't get the extra fill. I was looking for maybe a second bidder dip, but I'd rather use smaller size. You know, I'm already down. I needed to focus on trying to get back into the green without taking too much risk. ORTX does have a lot of thing about ORTX is it has a huge amount of floats, so shares outstanding. I'm going to close out this position. I didn't like how weak it was looking, so unfortunate I couldn't walk away with more profit. Really, really small trade on this one. I'm nervous for a flush. Yep, there it is. I was a little bit cautious on that. Let's see what happens. Might break 7 here. I would like for 7 to hold and then get back to the highs. It was looking that it was kind of weak, so didn't want to stick around too long. Yeah, there goes the secondary flush. I really do think VWAP is going to hold a little bit. You know, a little crack of VWAP is always okay. We got the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart coming in as some support as well. Let's see where this goes for now. I don't really see myself entering just yet. I never enter on VWAP cracks. ORTX in the 80s could be kind of interesting. I'm not sure if we're going to get down to that. I do think that this is more of a kind of setup here for a move back above 7.2. Yep, there it is. That's kind of what I was looking for. I felt like an entry was a little bit too early without any sort of confirmation. So ORTX, that was a nice little green candle there. It's tiny volume that was able to pop the price up quite a bit. It's good to see that kind of activity back in here. I think this might actually run above the former high and then maybe buy on a pullback here. This is looking pretty good. SGLB selling off again, 3.5. Yep. There we go. That was the move I was looking for. ORTX looking really healthy here. Let's see how low it goes on any sort of pullback. Technically, we still don't have a 5-minute candle making a new high. Constant support coming in here. Looking for a continuation now. Looking for a break above 7.2. The first move we had was about 3%. Will we see it here? $7.10. Looks like it's getting chipped away here. Nice to see that progress. $7.15. Definitely some decent buy volume coming in here. Surprised there was so much selling right away though. Candle went over the last high. That's pretty nice to see that. I'm going to give it one more attempt here. $7.16. Let's see if we can see that break over $7.20. All right. I don't know. I was looking for a move over 720, and I got out. It was weaker than I wanted. I don't want to wait for 2-3 attempts when we're seeing complete chaos across the board on small caps. I mean, can it break past 320? Sure, but here we go. 321. Yeah. So I was a little bit too hesitant, but with what we're seeing across the board, I don't really see a reason to give it too much. ORTX though, with the bigger float, sometimes I have to get used to the bigger floats because they trade so differently than the low float. So 80 million float, guys, is huge. Compare that to SGLB with a 3 million float. Very quick stuff. Nice, Ryan. Happy to hear. But yeah, the long terms are fun too. I like having the long term portfolio. It's good to have some diversity in my life. All right. Woo. Man, guys, today is just so sketchy. I check out FinViz usually for float. Most likely Constantine. That's usually where I'm checking my floats. Selling off again here, ORTX, man. This one just a little bit sketchy overall. Really wanted to see that break of 7.2. We hit like 722 and 721, but it just was not quick enough. $10.11. Well, another 19 minutes here before I'm pretty much like kicking myself out unless we see really hot moves. Why is ORTX not moving? Is that TOS or is that another reason this thing's absolutely not moving? So sketchy. UONE back at $5. I have nothing against VIVE. I just oftentimes with the tickers getting halted this much, I do try to avoid them a little bit, to be honest. Also, I really like the setup on ORTX. I think that was a really clean setup. So we had two pretty nice base hits with it. Unfortunately, that's all they were, just some pretty straightforward base hits. VIVE does look good. I like the fact that it's trending back to the upside. I like the 16 million float. I like the positive study results, US Med Company. I don't like the fact that it pulled back so much from pre-market. I don't really like the fact that it's below $2. I don't like their long term, but that's pretty much all small caps. I do like the fact that we're over the 180-day moving average and we might have a room to run till 2 before any major resistance. That's pretty nice. I would probably argue that 1.5 is going to be a resistance as well because 1.5 is always one of those kind of psychological zones. Ryan, there you go. Whatever works, right? Whatever works. I could never judge another person's trading strategy. We'll definitely talk about some swing trades again after 10:30, closer to 10:45, depending on what the small caps are doing. See what else is running because Space had a pretty nice move. Plus, talking about long-term picks is just so much fun. I have a bit of a hard time getting a read on VIVE, but I gotta say, you know, this break right here on bigger volume and the pullback to the 9-minute EMA was probably one of the cleanest moves we've had today. So buying blindly off of VWAP actually seemed to work on VIVE this time. Also not really one of my favorite ways to go about trading, but I think if we get green on the day, I'll probably just call it right away. We're down 50 bucks. I'm waiting for ORTX to get a little bit more volume pumped into it. Hey Corey, are you missed talking about ORTX, or which ticker you guys are talking about? Oh, IBIO. My God. Blast from the past. Oh, you're also in ORTX, okay. I don't know why, but IBIO reminds me of the old Slurpees at 7-Eleven. I don't know if that's a weird thought, but I keep getting it. There's zero correlation. Just to throw it out there. Nostalgic, yeah. I think that's the correlation. CRBP. Yeah, this one impressive. I'm really surprised that this one started choo-chooing along. Good call on that. I'm not gonna lie, with this kind of open here, I had zero interest in looking at CRBP, but you know, it does have a little bit more spikes of volume coming in. I feel like a ticker like this usually would get no response, but on a day like today, people are like, I'll take anything. Not saying it's not a good ticker, just very light volume. ORTX, man, looking a little bit slippery right here, right above VWAP at 7. Some sell volume. Oh, just cracked 7. VIVE pumping its way back up. Ryan, that's so bad. And signs are out there. Fair enough. Fair enough. If I see that number in the order book, then I'll go. Then I know the sirens are about to start going. I gotta say VIVE looks pretty healthy in this area. Quick pullback to the 9-minute EMA. I don't really like the fact that the buy volume is also falling off a cliff, but yep, there we go. That was the move. 7%. I love how VIVE is moving. It's just so big percentages, these candles. I love that, but it's also why it's getting halted. ORTX literally just pooped its pants, hit 6.83. I'm going to pull up IBIO just because I'm generally curious what you guys are trading over there. Well, Low relative volume today, but I gotta give it to you guys. I mean, this thing's over 250, over the 9 EMA. It is chugging along with really decent volume. Percentage-wise, nothing too crazy, but kind of interesting. SGLB might have a bit of a reversal at one point. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah, VE guys looks better and better. ORTX, I really like this kind of base it's popping down here at 6.8. Missed it. Yeah, good setup though. Only would have walked away with about 1.5% profit. Such small base hits on ORTX. SGLB, possible bottom out here around 3.5, up around 10%, 11%. Jason, I'm not sure what you're hinting at, but I'll take it. Man, it is all quiet on the small cap front right now in terms of excitement. VIVE, it might be the most interesting ticker right now. SGLB with that pullback. No, wait, no, hold on. That was not SGLB, was it? IBIO selling off. Edward or Alex, are you German? Yes, yes, I am. Actually, Sean, I do have a video over my setup. It's in the video description below. There's a link to it. You can also import it. Markets are slightly red, but I think they might be tinkering around at one point. Nice bounce here, right off my limit, my alert, but percentage-wise, just kind of small. UONE, it's getting closer to that area we were talking about. Bro, finally broke 4.6. Here we go, IBIO pulling back. ORTX, guys, looks like it's back in the game here, looking really, really good. 5-minute breakout. Keep a close eye on it. IBIO could also be a bit of a buy here around VWAP. $10.29. Have a limit order on ORTX near the 9-minute EMA for a possible pullback. Not sure if we're even going to get that. Removing limit order for now. Just gonna watch it a little bit longer here, see what happens. Too much for me to comment on in that chat room right now. Play nice, guys. Come on, we're focusing on trading here. Don't want to miss any setups because we're talking about something that's not as important. ORTX just had that break past the former shoulder. Looking for IBIO to maybe pull below VWAP. ORTX is definitely back in play. I think a lot of people are going to be looking at this right now. I'm waiting for a better 5-minute setup. Not sure where it's going to be just yet. %7 move on ORTX. That's a pretty solid move. Abolisher, I'm going to have to put you in timeout because you're constantly creating controversy in this chat room. Not really sure where ORTX is going to pull back, but quick little 1 minute pullbacks seem to be the setup here. I've been looking for and waiting for a possible entry over 8. So let's see what happens. Current high right now, high of days at 735. Was thinking about this as a possible entry here at 707, but I wasn't able to jump on that, so now I'm gonna give it one more attempt. Maybe we'll get a second setup. 5 minute setup would be closer to $7. Entry here on ORTX. $703. We just had a quick pullback. I wasn't really patient enough with that one. I should have waited just a tad bit longer. Have a second entry here at 704. Didn't get filled though. A little bit unfortunate. Let's see if we can maybe. I'm just going to keep this limit order here. Yeah, I wasn't quick enough. Turned around for 1 second to change the chart so you guys could see my setup, and I think that was that 1 second too long. Oh, here we go. Possible entry again, 704. Still kind of a lot of sellers here overall. This could be a bit of an ABC setup. Stronger sell-off here, much stronger than I would have wanted to see. Possible stop here at 92. Just stopped out of this one. Looks like I took another loss here. I might be done with trading on the day, guys. I kind of was thinking like, man, I've been having not really the best luck today. Not really, I wouldn't call it luck. I would just say not the setups that I usually trade. So totally honest mistake there. Can't really complain about it. Down about 113 today. Is what it is. I was down about 50. Now I'm down back 100. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a decent setup, but got stopped out of that one, which is unfortunate. Not watching the volume. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, Corey, I feel the same. I think maybe that wraps it up with me. Yeah, unfortunately, I stopped out near the low as well. Yeah, maybe Satoshi, but I wouldn't really even say that. Like, there's definitely days where I'm a little bit more emotional based. I had plenty of good base hits today, and I had pretty much the same amount of red trades. This time, I just had a few more red trades. I'm not really getting the follow through on a lot of setups, so I don't think really today is too emotional trading. But hey, if you're trading emotional, the whole point is, right, you don't recognize you're trading emotional. So you might be totally right, especially from a third perspective. Um, I don't know, just doing nothing. I feel like different really than yesterday, just not getting the follow throughs. I mean, we've had some pretty solid moves, and then I think pre-market is really where I made most of my mistakes. I definitely got caught in some bigger losses pre-market that I think could have been avoided. Yeah, yeah, that's true. The first loss definitely messes with the psychology for the next trade. Yeah, the pre-market was pretty savage. Oh well, we started the week really nice. Today we weren't getting the follow through that I was hoping for. Unfortunately, I stopped out of ORTX right at the worst point. And now it's pulling back up. It is what it is. Volume was looking pretty good. We had two nice big green candles pulling higher. And then all the sell volume was much lower. So this was actually looking okay. Probably a little bit more red candles than I would have wanted, as this sell-off, below VWAP is very, this is just not a pullback anymore. This is a little bit unusual. So that's why I stopped out of this trade. Take care, Dex. Yeah, Kirill, you're probably right. So ORTX, setting up a possible second trade here. Nice pull higher, back above 9-minute EMA, pulling back right now. This is just a classic setup. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Yeah, Abolisher, just try not to create controversy. Don't try to call people out. It just really bothers people, and it's distracting. So try to add value, man. I also can't be policing the chat room and trading. It just does not work. So. Swinging REITs? I'm not sure about that. I think the only reason I would trade a REIT is for the dividends. I don't think I would be swinging the REITs. Zion. You might be right. Who knows? Well, it's like a straight up formula there, TA. It depends, you know, if you're buying breakouts or pullbacks. I like to buy pullbacks to hold dollars. I typically don't buy breakouts past whole dollars. Yeah, Steven, fair enough. I really don't know what I would keep on day trading. I'm a little upset. You know, we gave back profits on that last one in terms of, you know, stopping out at the perfect low, but it happens. So I can't really be too upset at the same time. I mean, small red day, totally acceptable. I would love to keep trading, but I feel like I would be forcing trades at this point. I just don't really see what I would be trading. Everything looks a little bit unideal, to say the least. So what we could be doing right now for a little bit longer is, you know, we could talk about some sort of, we could talk about the swings we're doing today. Looks like, you know, we had a pretty decent trading in a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 11 trades here. Most of which were pre-market. So pre-market is really where I did a lot of work. Unfortunately, I did get stuck in some unfavorable moves pre-market, which pretty much was the issue for today. But it just wasn't a hot day. So, you know, when you end the day a little bit red or a little bit green on a not so hot day, it's really not the end of the world. And I'll take a small red day any day. And we could have had a horrible day when UONE got halted on the way down and we had, you know, $2,000 in on that one. Small size, but still. So I think overall ending today down 110 bucks is more or less kind of a good thing, honestly. So yeah. So let's quickly go to our unlimited account and then let's close this one, go to our swing trades down here, and let's talk about some, you know, some of these setups here. So SPCE, we actually had a really nice move on this one pre-market and into the close yesterday. Oops, wrong ticker. So pre-market, yeah. So we pretty much bought it around 16.8, and then we had a nice little rally here. And then we did sell off. So let's hope this sell off either, you know, this is just a quick little 9 EMA kind of resistance zone. And what I'm looking for is a break of this $17.8 zone. So I'm hoping for that. If we kind of come down here to the $16 zone, I'll be averaging down to this trade. You know, I have no problem holding this 2-3 weeks or a month. This is my swing portfolio. So I have my cash allocated to that. I don't need to take funds out of this account and I don't day trade this account. So let's see if we can come back down here. We'll buy up a little bit more. If we do not come back down here and we come back higher, I would like to, you know, take profits around probably like 1950. Maybe any break of the 19s, I would probably start selling out my position pretty quickly. Take care, Abolisher. Ryan, stock has me PTSD. Ah, Shrikant, man, so super sorry to hear. That's just how it goes, man. Definitely know those big red days that put you back. Let's check out some of these other swings. Sono getting close to possibly breaking the low at 13.2. Would love to start buying in some Sonos around 12.5. That's been my long target for Sono. We have AAL, beautiful bounce off of 12. AAL, the bounce off of 12, and the CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines bounce off of 14. Total missed trades for me. Those were such clean trades. I can't believe I missed those. TSLA, Tesla, had that peak yesterday at 2,129. So the countdown starts, I think it's today actually, T-5 days until the split. And typically leading up to the split, there's a positive run on a ticker. And then after the split, it pulls back a bit. So if that was the case, then we would probably be ending above 2,129 before August. I don't know if that's going to be the case. That's just historical statistics. So we'll see what happens. Really something to compare with AAPL. So I'll quickly go to that one right now first. Had that high of 515. You know, big volume here, smaller volume on the pullback. This is going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, I would really like to see. I can't wait for the split. Honestly, I'm gonna watch them like a hawk. Intel, nothing really due on this one. You guys know my play there, looking for 45. AMD, yeah, I don't know. Keep missing this one, so no play at the moment on this. But any sort of pullback closer to 60, you can pretty much guarantee I'm going to be jumping on AMD. They don't have any dividends. Let's just checking that. SGLB trying to hold $4. That's the key zone, huh? Elon, smart man. I'm still extremely upset. Whoever told me not to buy 2,300 shares of Vivo. ADT, if we get this crack here at 1120, I would love to be jumping on this in the 10s. So we'll see what happens. Could be a really good long-term kind of play. RKT, yeah, gave back some wicked profits today, but it just is what it is. RCL, Royal Cruise Lines, nice little parade here to the upside. CVAC, happy I took my profits, free up capital on this one. LMND, we talked about this yesterday, breaking above the 9-minute EMA and buying here on a possible pullback. So this would be the opportunity to maybe enter LMND Lemonade before it continues its little pipe back to the upside. Had pretty big green volume on this breakout. If we get back to former highs, I mean, that's a really strong run here. I really want to look into LMND a little bit more. Take care, Corey. Do I like cup and handle formations? I look for them and I recognize them. I don't trade them that much. But I will enter on a handle any day. Just gotta cut your losses quickly. Darren, it happens, man. At least you learned something today. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you learned something today, just like Darren. Don't listen to strangers. Always listen to your gut. That's really good advice. This chat room, after all, is just a place for us to help each other, maybe point out certain things. But in the end of the day, your trade is your trade alone. And I say this a lot because it's probably really weird that sometimes I ignore certain tickers. And you know what? I'm just one person. I can't look at everything. So whatever ticker you're looking at might be the best one, even if I'm not looking at it. Just always understand that, you know, I'm just one person focusing on like 1 to 2 tickers max at any given time. And there's going to be tons of stuff that I'm missing. And sometimes I'm trading the worst thing. So, you know, always want to figure out what you're doing, why you're doing it, work on a strategy. Krill, that's also very true. Nice, man. Love your body, love your trade. Listen to Jared. Backside of CRBP. CRBP. No, I probably would argue not so much. A typical cup and handle, you know, has to usually come from an upwards pattern like that. What kind of drawings can I use actually here? I need to figure out how to draw on my screen. I've yet to figure that out. And then we want basically a kind of a cup formation here. Let's just kind of put a V in there. We want to have a clear double top, right? So we didn't get that double top. This is a pretty relaxed move. And sometimes I even like when the this handle, so this cap right here is a little bit higher, and then you're looking for that handle, right? We're looking for that kind of quick pullback and then a continuation. So typically though, the balance of the bottom of the cup and handle, so like right around here, is anywhere acceptable for a pullback. So actually, I'd probably argue a little bit higher here. So what we're missing on this one is that real kind of full-on kind of cup. We didn't really get kind of that clean double top. So anytime I see a shoulder that's lower than the former shoulder, to me that's a very bearish sign, and that's kind of CRBP in a nutshell. What I would really recommend guys checking out is if you go to education and then you go to learning center. And then you go to technical analysis, and this is on the web too. This is really good. And then you go to, I think it's candlestick patterns right here under patterns. Again, I would probably recommend using the web version of this. It's a little bit quicker. They have really good candlestick patterns. Let's see if there's cup and handle in here. Semi-cup formation. I'm not really sure if that's it. They have pictures and everything as well. It's really nice. No, this is something different. So we were under classic patterns. Let's see if there's patterns in here. But the candlesticks I find are the most important. Everything is kind of a derivative off of candlesticks. Let's see. Do they have a cup and handle? Descending triangle. Do the head and shoulders. Double top. Channel up. Introduction. Or anything like. No, I don't see it. Triple top. Let's go to a double top and see what they say about this one. It's probably as close as you're going to get. Yeah, that's true. Losses are always school tuition. Now, this is a little bit different than a cup and handle, but yeah. Anyway, Learning Center, especially with the candlestick patterns, I find TOS to be pretty great. Also, check out, there's like the candlestick library, or what's it called? Candlestick. I forgot the name of the book, but it's really good. It's an ebook you could just download online. It's something like the Candlestick Bible. It looks like a samurai on the cover, or like some Asian something, but it's really good. They really break it down to a full TOS feature breakdown. I mean, I don't even know all the features. I'm I kind of use the same stuff every day that you guys see. But yeah, I could look into it more. That's not a bad idea for a video. Yeah, Christopher, that's a good observation with UONE. Although it'd be so bad watching the news being like, yes, there's more protests. Like watching your stock go up. It's so cynical, but it's, you just have to decorrelate the two, don't want to mix the two up. Yeah, TOS is pretty great. It's just really unfortunate when it crashes because that is an absolute nightmare for anyone trading it. I know for me, when I restart TOS, I totally get out of the zone. Like my flow state is like leaves my body and gets thrown out the window. And it takes me quite a while to get back into that flow state. And that's, today we restarted TOS 3 or 4 times. So really, that's probably a big reason why I'm red today, is just because I couldn't really focus on the tickers like I usually would. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. NIO. I haven't really looked at this ticker at all today. Sweet move. Slow move, but pretty sweet. 11%. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the craziest about trading tickers where perfect entry and a perfect exit over the whole entire morning would be 11%. Not really something that interests me, but if you're swing trading or something like this, super interesting. So I couldn't really comment on it in a way because I haven't checked out what NIO has been up to. It's clearly in a healthy uptrend, and it just had a flat top breakout here at 16. So that's a really, really good sign. If you think the fundamentals and the recent news and all that fun stuff is looking really, really good, then and you're looking for an entry, then maybe an entry on any sort of pullback to 16 would be a nice, good risk reward kind of entry, and then look for a continuation from there. But I don't know. To me, I see a stock that was $1.19 just a few months ago, and now it's at $16, and I'm just wondering. That's a big growth. Is it justified? I'm not totally sure. And to me, I feel like there's a lot of risk, possibly more risk than reward. And I probably wouldn't touch something like NIO. Yeah, Harley, I mean, who knows? Maybe, but maybe I'll just uninstall TOS and then reinstall it and hope for the best. But I've never had these issues since Monday for the first time, and I still have the issues where I have to restart TOS now ever since the live update. So who knows? Who knows what the problem is? Yeah, Hayden, I hope the insights maybe help you understand how I analyze a stock, and maybe you can apply some of that to your own analytics. But again, in the end of the day, you probably know much more about NIO than I do, and stick with your thesis. No, don't do that, Alex. Don't uninstall TOS and reinstall it. How come? If you haven't done that already, you're a fool. Uh, I have not actually done it. I have not uninstalled TOS. Call tech support. Their support has been so busy lately. What, Satoshi? What do you mean by that? What did they tell you, or what do you know that I don't with their tech support? How to fix it? That's true, Roger Smith. All the platforms have some sort of issue at some point. Appreciate the $4, Constantine. That was a little bit delayed from my end. I was just reading messages, catching up here. Thanks for the $4. Red days are red days, so I'm drinking my coffee. Everything is a-okay. It is what it is. Thanks, Jared. Hey, I do foolish things all the time. Make sure to save your user profiles. Yeah, I have those saved. You had tech support walk through how to fix things, and you're not sharing that with us? It took you this long to tell us? What did they tell you? Beer garden time. Super true, David. That's on the plan. And the benefit of Ali is no one is on it. It's funny. I'm gonna wait to see what Satoshi has to say here. Too many people on TOS because of Alex. Maybe. I doubt it. I don't feel like we're even remotely that big. And I feel like everybody was already on TOS before I even streamed. Yeah, Tristan, man, I couldn't agree more with that statement. Today was just whack follow through. You have to go through a process on how to fix your TOS, and they will remote log into your system to fix. I just had that done yesterday. It took about an hour, but it's all fixed. Well, heck, man, I probably will have to do that. Yeah, blame Ricky. Yeah, blame Ricky. It wasn't me. I'll definitely give him a call, but I've been on the phone with him so much, or the whole times have been so long. Every time I get on a call with TOS, I feel like, at least lately, my blood pressure permanently shifts in the wrong direction. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna get along with the recap video, and then I'm gonna probably call TOS because, yeah, hopefully they can fix whatever issue is on my TOS. Although I highly doubt that this is gonna be the solution for everyone. I mean, they can't have tech support go through like tens of thousands of different people. It doesn't really make sense, but we'll see what happens, man. If you're ever in Maui, let's go surfing. Yeah, man, that'd be super dope. Yeah, I kind of feel you, Abdul. That totally makes sense. Thanks, Constantine, man. Really appreciate that comment. Found the thing saying it's from the ladder. All right, Harley. I'll let you guys know where I'm traveling to next. I'll keep you guys posted with the schedule, but for now, it's going to be Portugal next month. Azuriskis. Love them white beaches. JC, you're probably right. All right, guys, let's wrap it up here. It was a great trading day. I mean, with you guys, it was a great trading day. Small caps were absolutely miserable, non-follow-through whackers. Took a lot of base hits, and then, you know, also gave back some profits as well. Ending today with a slight hint of green, I mean red. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Not really anything too bad. I probably could have, should have, would have wrapped up when I was only down $50, but whatever. Being down $50 or $113 really, in the greater schemes of things, doesn't really matter too much. With a mojito. It sounds like a plan, Satoshi. Sounds like a plan. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Make some awesome trades. I will see you in the recap video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And drop a like on the way out, guys. I would really appreciate it. It's an error with active trader. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Harlem. Or Harlem. Thanks, Harley Brown. Peace.